Welcome to the last lap of the conversation this beautiful Friday morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's that?
I'm just showing you some, musical abilities and talent. Something I'm thinking of, exploring right now.
Please, abort mission. This guy cannot sing to save his life. He cannot sing on key to save his life.
That's the beauty of the thing, right? I'm
What's the beauty of
not
what?
intending to sing on key. I know my calling, I know my strength. So I'm an off-key singer, right? So I just know that I'm going to be the first most successful off-key singer, in the world.
Too bad. All right, guys. Today we will be having a very brief conversation with someone here. I know that we must have seen her trending online because of her specific kind of art commentary, and in case you must have heard, like a Pidgin commentator, and you've been wondering, who is this? Is this that? Don't worry. We're here to help you clear those doubts. And this morning, we will be having Tracy Chapele-Ugo, aka the queen of sports. And she is an is a commentator. She's an OAP as well with Wazobia FM, and she's been doing very amazing things. Before we got on air, we were talking about how the thing that she does right now is not something that we see a lot of people do in the past. And it's so funny how the whole worry spirit is being integrated into the system. Sometimes how I flip into that spirit, I don't even know where it comes from. You just start to speak. We're now gradually embracing it. It's our slang. Yeah, it's a slang. It's a thing. There's no being ashamed for it. And I love the fact that you get all sort of slangs here in Nigeria. Diversity, they call it.
There's no place you go to right now. I mean, both those that are not worry people, they'll always want to claim the fact that they're worry people. So you get to, especially comedians now, you get to hear them shout, worry or area, just because they want to be part of the system. They won't belong, eventually, but of course.
And they are part of a community. Well, let me correct that. She is a TV host, Africa's first female Pidgin commentator. We have with us Tracy Chapele-Ugo, aka Swore. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, great to be here. It's just Swore Chapele. There's no Ugo. It's just Chapele.
Chapele.
Oh, Chapele. Tracy Chapele. Okay.
Swore Chapele. I prefer my traditional name because I'm the person that believes the
culture.
Put your African name forward. Yeah. So, yes, I wear Swore Chapele. That's my name.
Great
to meet you. And I'm excited to be here, whether you're singing off key or not. We are together.
I believe you. Thank you.
Okay, you're together. This guy can def you.
My first fan is here.
He can def you.
Very necessary.
All right. Let's get into talking about the art of commentary. And the way that you do it is not how, we see a lot of people commonly doing it on the streets. We've met worry people. In fact, we've heard a lot of them speak, but seeing you do what you do, I'd really love to know, and I know we will all love to know how you got into that space, how you carve that niche for yourself, and how you're now exploring it so beautifully.
That's a great question. First off, I used to fly first to go and play game. So really? when you play a lot of games, you get to listen to a lot of Jim Beglin, John Champion,
that's true.
Peter Drury. And also I loved watching football from viewing center. And any person that knows watching football in the viewing center or where people are communally, there's always that guy that's always dropping info. And when they drop it, it's not in English. It's always in the local parlance. So my introduction to sports was about fan feeling, the way people felt when things happen with sports. And because of the way I got into it, it seemed like it informed everything I did in life. My first degree is in English and literature. So even when I was in Uniben at the time, you see the story arcs, you see the narrative flow. It was just a potpourri that I just kind of infused into what I was doing. So by the time I started getting trained by World Athletics, my first training of commentary was by World Athletics. So it's mainly athletics that's my primary assignment. If it was by waiting they train you for, not the FIFA train me. Now athletics people train me. So by the time I got training from athletics or basketball, for instance, it was just the same thing. It's either somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. So why does it appeal to the person that's watching? So it's not just the statistics, it's everything in between, like I said. So my life flow kind of flowed into that. So when I play a game and I know how I feel when the thing gets to a certain level, I just want to infuse that as well. Because even in gamers' world, there's something we call shoutcasting, which is similar to what we do in commentary. Right. Only that with shoutcasting, you call on other gamers, you call on other things and elements that's there. And because regular commentary has started evolving, you can call on things that are happening immediately. You can throw bands. You can put a bit of humor. I can't give what I don't have. I grew up in Wari, so I'm very girl generally in Alaja, so I go village state. So it's the things that I grew up with that became my baseline for analogies. And I'm very glad that this is something that's big now. Because, babes, you mentioned it when you were starting the conversation. This was not something that was mainstream before. When I started, people said it was Raz. I have 3 degrees. You can't tell me that speaking Pidgin is Raz. It's communication you get. Right. So it's 250 million speakers. And what culminated this journey for me was the fact that when Euros was going on 2024, the Ministry for Arts and Culture in Germany reached out to me. I thought that they were scammers because they were coming from LinkedIn and other spaces in between. And they said they wanted my commentary in the museum where they were putting 100 years of storytelling, because they believe that commentaries are, oral literature, the way they would teach us oral literature back then. So when I saw my commentary in spaces where there was only one person from this our side, Ernest Okonkwo, the legendary guy that gave the people like them Shegun Odegbami, the mathematicals and whatnot in the 80s. So when I saw that it was just myself, Ernest Okonkwo, Zimmerman with the English 1966 World Cup, the only one they got, and a few others in between. Throughout the Euros, when you walked into the museums in Berlin, you could hear my commentaries alongside theirs. And that's when I realized that, it's like this thing is not just talk. This thing is actually us witnessing our lives in real time. And if you put it in the capsule, somebody comes back 20 years later, the analogies you make, the experiences you draw from, it's what they will use to hold on to the era. So it became more than just, make we just they talk, make them just they laugh. No, it became more of, let's put people's stories there, let's crystallize moments, because when you come back to these moments, this might be the only thing that people have, not just he win, he score, he shoots.
But the experience,
that's how my journey has
started. The experience that it creates basically. And interestingly, your voice has also become one of the most talked about voices right now, even in this World Cup that is going on now. Did you ever expect that your commentary would go this viral?
Oh, well, let me not lie. In this line of work, I would like every time there's World Cup or something big, people try to associate it. So I was not the first. The first time they did Pidgin commentary officially for Super Sports, this is one of the places I work for. They did it in 2018 in Russia, and I have a colleague, Benjamin Okina and Timmy over here. They were the ones that did that, and people received it with a lot of Nigerians are not used to listening to Pidgin, so they were the ones that did the groundbreaking parts. Me, I not to fake humility, but I think my part is just lucky that I have people like, say, Wari Pikin, Anita Asoa, that's been very big in that space, in the entertainment space, so it makes it easier. I think my voice kind of piggybacks what our groundbreaking work on that side was doing. At the same time, I was doing my stuff in sports. So it kind of helped that people were used to our voice to a certain level in other spaces. So by the time they got to hear my voice, most people associate Wari sound to a particular sound, especially if you be baby. Where did they play? That kind of thing. So she helped me do the heavy lifting to a certain level, because it made me go further. So being in a quote viral, I didn't plan it to. I know lie. But it's a nice feeling that more women, more children, husbands are chilling with their wives now. They don't have to hide and say, go and watch Indian film in the room. They can actually sit together in the parlor and just have a bonding moment. Because you see, when I started watching sports, I started watching sports, bonding with my senior ones. I have 11 brothers. One of them, I stood on his shoulder. I sat on his shoulder in Wari then when Yakini was playing with against Bulgaria, and he scored. And because of that emotion I had, it always felt like when I want to do stuff, it should be about the feeling people have. My Angel said that people will not remember what you said, people will not remember what you do, but they always remember how you made them feel. You get what I mean? So that feeling the fact that I'm a conduit that's been able to get moments for families to bond in crazy moments like this. I mean, I was catching the show earlier, and crazy things are happening. So getting to have people, families, relationships. There was a mother-in-law that was doing a Mugo that the son had to send me a message, was arguing, said, I did tell her, say not be you, not I tell her, say not be Anita, say not you. It was the kind of conversations that people get to get at home because of a football that's been played millions of miles away, and because of some girl that's in one corner that's talking about it.
Right.
I love that. So I'm very grateful to be a conduit. And the explosion of it is that since I started, more ladies have been doing it. More folks are now, I want to be a Pidgin commentator. I mean, the last NWFL, Nigerian Women Football League, we got the privilege of having two lovely young ladies in Benin, another one from Port Harcourt, come through and do official commentary, color commentator, official commentator. 4 years ago, even 3 years ago, they would say, nah, it's not possible. But now you're seeing new career pathways, and people are now beginning to own what they have. The last World Cup, we had Pidgin, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. We didn't have indigenous language this time other than Pidgin in Nigeria, but I'm hoping that more of us begin to embrace our communication, our local dialects, because more of us need to spread global stories on a local level. So that's the feeling I get altogether.
It's so we could just keep listening to you speak for a very long time. And it's honestly, it's such a big flex that you're so fluent in English and you can still, switch it up anytime. It's a very big flex. And I was just telling Victor, Pidgin at that time, a lot of people will say, Pidgin, if I speak Pidgin or my local dialect, it's just like I don't belong. But I'm starting to see the tables turn where the people who don't actually understand their local dialects are the ones to be shamed. Because I mean, what do you mean you don't know your local dialect?
It's no longer a flex.
It's no longer a flex, I promise you. All right, and by now you should know that we're dying to hear one of those commentaries and to hear you do it live for us on TV. So please do us the honors.
Let's use yesterday's game.
Use
yesterday's game.
Why?
Use Morocco, France.
I was sitting at home watching it. But, that game, that game, the fire.
And I tell you,
please do something for us.
Brigade and verb and adjective and adjective. Ladies and gentlemen, mothers and celestials, mamas and papas, we don't gather together under one of the biggest umbrella for inside United States of America, Boston, where we say the Atlas Lions, the last standing for the African teams. They're going to face up the ones where we say they said they're on the revenge mission. 3 times or the 4 times for the World Cup. The Le Bleu of France, they don't shine, they don't show their pie number. And right now they get Star Boys, Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane Dembele alongside the brother Kylian Mbappe, the sergeant, and they're ready to prosecute their machines. Right now, as it stands, now Dwayne Nabi said they dance from the left flank as he did so. Mr. Kimi don't cross over, won't cover where BC all night supposed to do. But Dwayne go dance, turn around like Baba Share, spread the pass again, give on to him brother for the other side. Olise go spin, he go find space in between the gap. Mbappe go see eyeball opportunity to tower the team. Through Yasibono net. Yasibono don't look, I don't dodge him twice. He don't block one penalty. Time for him to do 1 to 2. Ousmane Dembele go pass the ball after he receive one from Olise. Link up again to Mbappe. Mbappe go shiny with his left touch. He go wipe out wide. And the angle gonna go. Oh boy, they don't scatter the red. And after science. Oh, it be like say Africa don't they pop their Ghana must go. They don't they can't they go. My people, France na 1. And Morocco na Kondo. Well, like the short project on the Sunday, not the finish. Oh yeah, now make we enter again.
That's so beautiful.
Wow.
Abeg, guys, Baba's chest. How do you guys even come up with these analogies? Like, how do you come up with them?
Don't mind us, it's our grandmothers, it's our brothers, it's our sisters, it's the lovers that used to chop. It's the phrases, it feels familiar because it's home. Because somebody don't use what's it called, sleep or stay tower your back head. So you remember that feeling of tower. So when they say tower, you'll be like, tower, it touched me. That kind of thing. So like I said, commentaries that feel like home is always a good way to link up. It's how it is. I get people from Russia that get to watch the game for the team because I kind of switch off sometimes to my lives, TikTok or Instagram, on official store, the official store. And I get people that join on the lives, especially the TikTok family. They join on the lives just simply to catch a feel of home while they watch the games. they mute the sound in other spaces they are. There's a guy that is in Kent. He doesn't like listening to the BBC or the Sky Sports ones. He would put the game on and he would turn on TikTok. That's why the fact that my commentaries are a bit faster when you're watching it live as opposed to when they stream it and they bounce off the different networks before it comes live on TV. Baba would rather just catch that because they were like, they remind me of my senior sister. Oh boy, it'd be like say at a house. So like I said, so touch your phone.
You bring it home to them basically. But just to ask my final question to you, how do you balance, accuracy, with excitement whilst you're doing your commentary?
That's a great question because see, there's always the bias. When I first started, I used to feel some type of way about it, right? There's this narrative that women can't really catch sports. I mean, baby, in the field where we see that men normally they plenty pass, so you understand what I mean. So there's always you don't know the stats and whatnot, or you are not dropping the stats enough. So how do I balance it? In that play that I just played, if you listen well, you will catch statistics there.
Yeah.
Listen well, you catch the plays. Just that the way it comes into your front, it's not the way that 5 times he has scored, 2 times he has assisted. So most times it's to get the general gist of it. Remember, it's all about the feeling, right? So if you get the general gist of it, and thankfully, what most people do, let me give you one example. Because we also do Premier League commentaries, Champions League commentaries, Serie A, Bundesliga, different leagues, right? So when we first started, there was nothing like AI, right? You had to scratch, you had to go to the news stands, you had to get everything and write it down. And you know the way the Peter drew, everything is colored and highlighted. But this is where I'm not someone that would put down AI. When it comes to sports and statistics, you have to be subscribed to different levels. It's not just me, there are researchers. Sometimes you're not lucky enough to have researchers. So it's all spread out. Then you have to find your own story arcs. For instance, you pick for me, I like to pick maybe 5-6 players. Someone that maybe is a legacy kid, a Nepo baby, a Lapo baby, someone that's had a redemption story, someone that has an unusual story, someone that maybe was born in that area. Like yesterday's game, 6 of the players were born in France from Morocco. So that kind of story arcs, you have to pick those. You have to keep something waiting. Now you have AIs apps that you can subscribe to. So when you hear a player saying or a commentator saying, this is the first time or the third time he has scored with his right foot on a rainy day, Baba not saying I camp, camp now AI. The information is dropping. Sometimes it depends on the outfits. Let's say I'm doing commentary in the stadium, like live. There's in here. So your researcher and your producer, as the thing is happening, they start dropping it in your ear, especially when it's halftime and when it's in between and stuff is really hot and something remarkable happened. You're watching what's going on. So the conversation is in your ear, the thing is popping in your front. It's just a matter of how you manage information. And you do it a lot. I mean, you guys are crazy ballet dancers when it comes to information sifting and expressing. So it's the same delicate dance that we try to do. The way a conductor will pick a passenger, collect money and see they shout, more, how do they say it in Lagos? Guy, I'm not fitting come again. But you get the point. Everybody wants to task. So that's what we try to do. And thankfully, you guys receive it with grace.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll just ask
one more before you go.
I'll just ask this question before you go. You spoke about this being a male-dominated field,
right?
Where we don't have a lot of females, and there are also people dealing with fields where their gender is not dominated, their tribe is not dominated, so it becomes difficult for them to thrive. But you are thriving in a male-dominated field. What would you say to people who kind of experience that difficulty?
You have to lock in. You have to lock in. That's the good thing about being a neurodivergent. That's the great thing about being someone you have to know your core. Like when I do this thing now, before in my earlier part of my career, I used to be very skeptical. I had the anxiety, the angst. Thankfully, I have a tribe. They're not too plenty, but my people, they hold me. You have to have a set of people who see you, who see your talents, who see even more than you see yourself. And you have to do that for them too. So I've been lucky enough or blessed enough to have, over the years, curate a certain amount of persons around my space. But for you that has that challenge, all I'll say is you have to know your core. Why are you doing it? Like, I know why I do it. A lot of the things I do, I know exactly why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for myself. I know why I'm doing it. If you don't know why you're doing it, you're just doing it because you want to. If you want to be competing, you always be in that competing mode. You will limit yourself.
Right.
But when you focus on your purpose, my goodness, that's when stuff, the minute I locked in on my purpose, I won't lie you, a lot of great things started happening for me in different ways. Like, why am I doing it? Is this for myself? Is this I want to show that? I get 11 brothers, so the idea of following people to fight, it don't pass. That was when I was a teenager. That time has passed. So not everybody's lucky in that way. Right. So when you are caught in that drama, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And lock in. Always, you have to outwork everybody. You have to outwork everybody. You have to out-statisticalize everybody. You have to take care of your own block so that when they call you, oh boy, 2 seconds, you say, pa. You deliver your oil block, deliver your manifesto, and keep it moving. If you're always someone that delivers your manifesto instead of excuses, it helps you to start creating a reputation for yourself. Right. So it doesn't matter what's happening. Everybody knows that when they call this babe, she go deliver. When they call this guy, he go deliver. Oh, it's a difficult thing to find somebody that delivers. So very true. I think that helps. True.
All right, who's your greatest of all time between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo?
Oh, everybody likes to call it greatest of all time. Let me know, like, I'm a Ronaldo fan, and that's not because if it's who's a better footballer, I'll say Messi, because there's things that Messi does. But you see, who's the greatest of all time for me? That GOAT is not just who plays on the pitch, because if it's who plays on the pitch, I'll say right now is Messi, but it was not my best. Ronaldinho is way better than Messi when it comes to the skills. But if it's who is my greatest of all time, who took everything, Ronaldo started from being such a great superstar to being a guy who got accused of rape, and I believe that happened personally. But that period was when he was in Man U, about to leave to Real Madrid. And then when they handled that, I don't know how they handled that, but after that era where he was caught up in drama, personal stuff, he kind of upgraded himself and he kind of did better. Not a lot of players would take that and move forward. And with what he has and what he has accomplished, my God, that's a GOAT now. If not Portugal boys, Fernandez, stingy. That guy's supposed to stay for World Cup. Right. Stingy boys. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tracy Chapele, for joining us on the comment. I mean, you spilled some very important nuggets here this morning. You cannot outperform someone who is constantly on their toes. You cannot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us here on TV. All right. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Bye-bye.
Happy weekend.
All right. Happy
Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. It's a lot.
Switch now.
Now, 3. See? Sorry, some of us know our forte.
Yeah, you can't
know
do
what
that.
I mean? Right? You don't. I don't. You see, I don't want. I can't be her. You know. And that's because she said something.
Right.
If you know your purpose, you become very unstoppable.
Truly.
And I see the social space so filled with people who know how to criticize so much, or just has something to say about someone. But the truth is, a person who takes what they do seriously, you cannot outshine that kind of person. And if you want to dominate a space, you need to do the work to be able to dominate a space. It doesn't just happen overnight. And like she said, she put in the work. She tried to know what was necessary. She connected with people who could make her become better. And I think that this is one thing that a lot of young people are missing out in their journey or on their journey to getting a better life or career. And this will sit with me for a very long time.
Very true. If you listen to her mouth, even when she did that commentary, here with us this morning, you realize that while that was sweet to the ears, it was funny,
it was accurate,
it was educative. And that is something that some persons also miss out. In the bid of trying to be funny, you're not spilling any form of substance. Here there is substance. Here you can hold on to that information and you can actually apply it to the things that you want to do. The accuracy is just there, and I think it's something that everyone needs to hold on to. Whilst you're building, whilst you're trying to make fun out of whatever you're doing, ensure that you're accurate, ensure that you're well informed, in the things that you're doing. And consistency, actually plays a very big role. But being consistent is not the only thing. You have to be consistent in the development stage of yourself and your skill. And that's something I think, that she has enjoyed over the years. See big platforms calling her, for someone who uses Pidgin English, that will think that if it's not in Nigeria, you might not be able to skate through it, but it's not a globally recognized language.
And imagine having 3 degrees and still choosing what you want to do. And,
you understand?
Yes, and shout out to Worry Picking, real Worry Picking. What we said when we, we're going to have this conversation. She's a very secure person.
Very.
Because for you to bring out a person who does something very close to what you do, knowing fully well that there's a possibility that other brands might want to work. That's security in itself. And we honestly do commend her for that. But yes, this is where we will dead the talk and get into the music.
That's right.
But we got on a very quick break. When we get back, we'll get into the music segment of this Friday. Please stay with us.